There are many bottlenecks when trying to make money online. And one of the biggest bottlenecks is between social media and getting people's contact information, because that's really what we want from social media. We want nothing else than to get people's information. But if we don't get enough engagement, followers, people watching our stuff, then when it comes to that point of actually asking them for their email address, we're not going to get it. There is a 4-stage structure that I believe in very heavily for content creation. If you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know that. And it goes brand awareness, create goodwill on social media, get someone's email address, run a really efficient email marketing campaign. And from that, people have to read a certain amount of emails before they go to your landing page. And when they go on your landing page, they're going to feel compelled to want to buy your product because it's amazing. It looks great. But the problem is, how do we get people's email addresses? Well, first principle we need to understand is something that I call WIFM. What's in it for me? There has to be something in it for me. I'm not just going to give you my email address, because the reason email marketing works so well for sales is the same reason it's so difficult to get people's email address in the first place. This thing right here is my inbox, and it's a sacred place. I'm quite happy with idiots on the internet having a pop at me, commenting about my receding hairline, saying I've got a mid physique. But what I can't stand is when an unsolicited email finds its way into my inbox. I'll be petty enough to go back to that person and abuse their whole system. Go, listen, not only did you email me without consent, brother, you did it from a Gmail. That's pathetic. Call yourself a business. Even if you are a scammer in India, or you're a fully fledged business in Australia or the UK or USA, the fact you had the audacity to try and sell to me from a Gmail, this is time I could be spent doing much more productive things, because that email inbox is sacred. So you are asking to put your information in someone's sacred space. And for that, you must give them something. Let's look at some of the things that I do not think are working. Number 1, PDFs. Rinsed, washed. PDFs were great in 2014, but it's not 2014 anymore. Also, if you send someone a resource, there is the blatantly obvious occurrence that they're not going to finish that resource, because no one in history has read a 13-page PDF when it got sent through to them. They scroll through it, they go, yeah, it's nice. But there's also psychological trauma to the fact that if they can't even finish your free flipping asset that you sent them, how are they going to finish your paid program? There are people in the fitness industry still trying to use a calorie calculator. Hey guys, you want to calorie calculate? Rinsed, washed. The one thing that I do like using at the moment, but it's soon to be rinsed and washed because I think it's only going to last for the next 6 months, is an autoresponder where you set up an amount of emails that hit you every single day, because at least that could be a value. But when it comes to these autoresponders, although I'm guilty of this, please have some kind of niche in mind, but not too niche, because 2024 has really shown us the year of over niching. There are content creators online that only work with lesbians or gay people. Like, that's a good niche. Like, your problems for fat loss, training, and progressive overload are impacted by your sexuality. They could be, but I'm yet to see any evidence that says you should be using a different rep range because you like to rug munch. Is rug munch derogatory to lesbians? I don't know. Lesbians don't use YouTube, we're fine. But let's say you train people's glutes, or you're someone that works in carpentry, or you're a speech coach. Over the next 42 days, I'm going to give you 42 science-based proven methods to stop you umming, erring, and saying like when you speak on podcasts. This sounds amazing. Put in your email address, I'll send you the first lesson right away. Fantastic. Every single type of squeeze that we use to get someone's email address could be a campaign. We don't have to create our identity around it. Squeeze pages I've used have been the calorie calculator before it was rinsed, before it's washed. I once did a non-binary program just for banter. And once I actually put out a program for dudes under 6 foot. It was mostly arms. But ultimately, if you can understand the niche within your business and the problems in which people are facing, you should create some kind of asset that they can download or get in return for their email address. Just don't make it boring. If you're someone that wants people to eat more protein, that's the biggest problem that they have within your niche. Oh, I can't get my clients to eat more protein. We could give them protein recipes. Is that niche enough? How about high protein air fryer recipes that you should eat for lunch that will make it easy to hit your protein goals? Okay, cool. Now we're talking. So we want to give something of value to that person for their email address. And you should try different campaigns and then see which ones work the best. And then go down with that. If you've got 5 different ways of obtaining someone's email address, one of them is going to outperform the others, double down on that. When it comes to the actual methods of getting it, we can try putting it into your story. We can use chatbots. We can then put it into Reels and, hey, DM me the word protein and I'll send you something. That's all good and great. Another thing that I think we need to really consider is this kind of comeback in 2024 of written content. So for instance, you could put out YouTube videos, you could put your videos onto LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. Most of these platforms still permit us to do some form of written content. So maybe a LinkedIn post. The YouTube community wall right now is fire for getting people's email addresses. For any of you that don't know, if you scroll through YouTube enough, you get videos, then you get a picture with text. So rather than trying to get a call to action in your video, which can be difficult, for instance, if I say in this video, hey guys, in the description, there's going to be a link for 30 days and 30 ways that you can get business advice from me. Actually, in fact, if you just want to copy the email responder that I give to people to get their email address, you should use that one in the description. But ultimately, if you can use your community wall, LinkedIn, stories, and in Facebook, you can do text-based stuff. You can take people on a little journey where maybe at the end you go, and if you give me your email address, I can help you with that. For Instagram, not quite so simple. One thing that's definitely working, especially I would say in the last 3 months, is carousel posts. Carousel posts on Instagram can now be up to 20 different pictures and images. Scrolling through those, you can take someone on a journey. Also with carousel posts, the first and second image are previewed. So you get 2 bites at the carrot. And then your last carousel post can be either use the link in my bio, which I think is dead. You should have seen that maybe in yesterday's video, or use the chat bot, which again, I went through that. But ultimately, if you are trying to get people to sign up to your email list and no one is doing it, it's because there is not enough value. There is not something in it for that person. And if you can cultivate and really get in for that with him, give something that's something in it for them, then you'll get it. Don't give them a free workout because no one needs a free workout. Don't enter them into a challenge. Don't send them a mug. Try and think of something that could really revolutionize and make someone's day better. The biggest issue really is this. When you're trying to obtain email addresses, you're trying to help yourself. You're trying to do something that's going to make your life better. Because the more email addresses you have, the more people go to your landing page, more people that go to your landing page, more people buy. Instead, try and flip the script on that and give them something that can make their life better. And if you do that, you'll resonate with it. So I think that you should rip me off and steal what I use and read the 30 ways in 30 days that I put in the description, because the emotional journey you get over the next 30 days is exactly the kind of emotional feeling and impact I want you to have on the person that you do business with, whether coach, yoga instructor, whatever it is. So check that out in the description. Or if you're not interested in that, it could be that you're not getting enough views on your content. And if you want to maybe, I don't know, figure out how to get 10,000 views in every single video, you can watch this. And once you address this, you can come back to this video and worry about how to get people's email addresses. Thanks for watching.